What's up, you guys? It is Mari back with another video, and like I always say, don't be scared to fall because you may fall into a better situation. I like to feel like I'm a part of that better situation. You already here, so you might as well subscribe. Let's get into this video. Obviously, I'm feeling myself because I look cute. We often see on social media where people will say things like they're forcing this gayness onto us, or they're putting this gayness into children's shows. It's not necessarily something that we can control. Queer baiting in the industry for more exposure. On Google, the definition for queer baiting says, the term queer baiting refers to the practice of implying non-heterosexual relationships or attraction in a TV show, for example, to engage or attract a LGBTQ audience or otherwise generate interest without ever actually depicting such relationships or sexual interactions. So basically what it's saying is queer baiting is a term that is used to describe someone who pretends to be homosexual, feeding into gay allegations to gain gay allies. Everybody's jumping on this bandwagon because they want to gain this money. Some possible examples of queer baiting would have to be August Alsina. Do y'all remember when he was on social media and everybody was saying that he was gay? I remember that like it was yesterday. I personally don't think that he's gay. I feel like he's just probably was raised by his mother or just more intact with his emotions. When he expressed himself talking about Jada Pinkett, it came from a place of genuineness. I think that that means that he's just in touch with his feminine side and he knows how to express himself, which is what a lot of men are lacking. And I think it's very attractive when a man knows how to express themselves and knows how they feel. Because a lot of times when you ask a man how he feel, especially our black men, because y'all traumatized, y'all don't know how y'all feel. I really like the fact that August Alsina really is intact with his femininity and knows how he feels and he can express that. But I don't necessarily think that that connection to gayness can be made because of that reason. Even a straight man cannot tell you that August Alsina doesn't look good. That man looks good. I feel like a lot of gay people really leaned into these allegations about August Alsina because they wanted him to be gay because of how attractive he is. It would be nice if he was, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely don't condone giving people labels that they haven't owned themselves. If a person hasn't come out, they're not DL, they're not gay. Until they take ownership of who they are, it's nobody else's job to tell them who they are, regardless if they're around sleeping with thousands of men on the low. If you know he doing all that, just stay away from him. You don't have to call him gay or call him something that he doesn't believe that he is. Nicki Minaj is also a person who years ago attracted a lot of gays because of her alter egos, and a lot of gays have alter egos because we can't really just be ourselves in this life, so we create a different version of ourselves to just make us a little bit more comfortable. I don't think that this was ingenuine. I think that she really does have a genuine soft spot for gay people, and I feel like it works in her favor. It worked in her favor. That's one of the many things that a lot of artists today lack, letting their audience just be diverse. Don't say that you don't like gay people. Don't say that you don't like straight people. Don't say that you don't like light-skinned women. Don't say that you don't like dark-skinned women. Stop dividing your audience. Who listens to your music doesn't matter. It's fair to point out the majority in any industry are heterosexual, meaning having a queer audience is common, even if this isn't your specific target audience. It seems gay men specifically are welcomed with open arms to thrive in industries that cater to others, such as hair, nails, makeup, and fashion, which gays are most known for. But when it comes to music, it's a harder industry for gay men to get into. This discourages gay men or gay people in general from pursuing their dreams of perhaps being one of the greatest musicians. Remember that box I was telling you about? This is it. Hair, nails, and makeup are women-dominated spaces, which most time women are allies of the LGBTQ community. It's when gay men step into male-dominated spaces is where the massive pushback happens. August Alsina at some point switched gears and started to play into the allegations of him being gay. Then he came out with this perfume, this cologne. Advertisement was just, it was giving sassy. I'm not even gonna hold you, like it was giving sassy. And I do think that that was intentional. I think he wanted to further dip his toe into those allegations because he saw that how it benefited him the first time. Another example of queer baiting is Lil Uzi. I'm not going to say if I think that he's gay or not, but I'm just going to talk about this on a very surface level. Lil Uzi has always been a person that has been very feminine in a way, very sassy in a way, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but he's always been someone who leans more towards femininity. He's voguing. He's got purses. He's talking our gay lingo, and it's just like, what's going on? Maybe JT knows that and knows that it's lucrative to be associated with gayness. Lil Uzi definitely plays into the allegations of gayness to the fullest, way more than I've seen in a lot more artists. And it's actually very, very funny because on social media he gets a lot of flack, but I never I never hear any men talking down on his actions. And it also makes me wonder, you remember when people used to say those things like your embarrassment ritual? I'm not gonna get conspiracy. This last one is gonna be controversial. I don't agree, but this can be looked at as an example, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't agree, but I'm gonna tell you how I see how this can be looked at as an example of queerbaiting. Beyonce released Renaissance. Renaissance is a house album which is strongly tied to gayness as a whole. It has a bounce type of sound to it, and Beyonce really dedicated this album to gayness, and it was a release of freedom. I really like this album. I really love that Beyonce was the person to do this. I feel like if anybody else was going to do this, it should have been Beyonce. Last person I can think of doing something like this was Madonna. Beyonce took it to a whole nother level for our generation. I think that she actually does have a connection with gayness. Like she said, her uncle Johnny made her dress, so she grew up around gayness and she embraced her uncle, and she loved her uncle. I think that this album is a genuine album. I will start off by saying that. But however, I can understand how some people think that this was a cash grab and was an attempt for Beyonce to capitalize off of gayness, since it's so lucrative at this state and point in time. And our last example will have to be Harry Styles. We always see him on like magazines. He's wearing skirts, he's bending over, he's turning around, just looking cute, sexy, and feminine. I think a lot of people mistake femininity in a man for queerbaiting, and the only way that you're going to get the answer that you're looking for is to know the person, and we don't know people personally. White men are already feminine anyways because it's just how they're raised. They're not raised like us black people, where we're taught men have to be hard, men have to be this, men have to be that. A lot of white people aren't taught like that. They aren't raised like that because they're all raised to be just a little bit more open and a little bit more comfortable in their sexuality. Whereas in the black community, our men aren't necessarily raised like that, unfortunately. But Harry Styles often wears dresses, and he's been on covers and he's went viral tons of times. I feel like it is queerbaiting, but I feel like it's in an artistic way. It probably was for the magazine cover or maybe the shoot. A lot of you fail to realize that a lot of these celebrities, they have stylists, and a lot of stylists are gay men because gay men are known for fashion. So a lot of times when straight men go into these rooms and get dressed by gay men, that's what you get. You want to be creative, that's creative. It's a skirt. It got people talking, it worked. Is it queerbaiting? Yes. Queerbaiting can also be harmless. Although queerbaiting is often tied to men, it's not just exclusive to just them. Since the success of some of the most noticeable shows in the last few years like P-Valley, Empire, Star, and Pose, which shed light on the gay experience in ways never seen before, giving gayness a main story within the plot of the entire series. Homosexuality isn't new to mainstream, but what is new is black gay men with a story of their own within the series. Back in the day, it seems like gayness was kind of used as a prop, and many would argue that that is how a lot of people feel today, that gay people are props. It was obvious that people looked at us as props because we never got long lines, we never got a story that kind of revolved around a gay's experience. We would kind of come in and do our little 1-2 and get out. We'll kind of be in the background to be like a little funny, a little teaser or whatever. We never had a storyline up until Empire, where we have Jesse Smollett, and you're seeing his relationship throughout the series. A lot of people be like, damn, we can't live without this gay stuff. But it's gay people watching Empire as well, and it's smart to cater to every audience versus just catering to one. It's business. This brings us back to Gayness now being considered in television because of the high demands. I personally think that the demand for commercialized gayness stems from the public's general curiosity, whereas for years, the gates of the community have been closed because of the community's lack of acceptance in the world as a whole. And I'll be making a separate video talking about the downsides of that situation, so if you want that, please let me know down below. Forcing gayness down people's throat, it has nothing to do with that. It's with making the best choice to grasp the most audience that they can. There are countless examples of queerbaiting. Queerbaiting is very lucrative at a time right now. It's the reason why a lot of straight men will throw a wig on and say that they're acting like a girl, but really they're acting like a gay. I hope you guys like the video. It's very short. Don't forget to subscribe and remember that I upload videos every Monday. And don't forget to stay honest. I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches. And remember that I upload vlogs every Friday. There will also be a vlog coming this Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And we also hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the growth that is on my channel. Everything counts. I'm literally so grateful for it. The pretty introvert is like coming out of her shell, and I don't know how I feel about it. I'm really happy. I'm really finding myself, and I'm loving it. I'm glad that some of you guys are resonating with me. You've DM'd me, you've commented. It's just been a lot of noticeable moments, and I love it, and we're gonna go from here. As always, stay honest, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Do the 6 9 before we do the 1 2.